Parishioners and friends, good day to everyone and welcome back to Father Alfie's table. Today we're going to do something really Italian. It's called pasta spaghetti carbonara. Now the carbonara, we don't really know what the carbonara, the origin of that name. There are some ideas around, speculations, but I don't go into that. However, carbonara was born as a recipe in Rome during just at the end of the Second World War, when the Americans, the Allies, came to free Italy and Rome, and the Americans, they stayed right after the liberation. And so what I understand is that the Roman people, to thank them, to please them, to cook for them, they thought about, okay, Americans, what do they eat? Bacon and egg, bacon and egg. And so how do we do a bacon and egg in Italian style? We do a pasta, bacon and egg. Yes, carbonara is pasta with bacon and egg. However, instead of bacon, they use guanciale. So you can see right here, this is guanciale. So the guanciale is looks like bacon, but the bacon is this one, the hip of the pork, and the guanciale is the chick. It's the chick of the pig, and so it looks the same but it's different. And then of course we have eggs, and to it we also put cheese, and so we have pecorino cheese, which is supposed to be only pecorino cheese, but we can also add some Parmesan cheese together, and that's all, and black pepper. Now the carbonara is one of those Italian dishes where it has become a dogma. You know what is a dogma? You know, you cannot fool around. There's these little exceptions. You can use bacon instead, or you can use Parmesan cheese half and half if you wish, but that's it. You cannot fool around with that. It's a culinary dogma. So we're gonna have spaghetti with the guanciale, the pecorino cheese, Parmesan cheese and eggs, and maybe we're gonna use whipping cream. You can't use whipping cream. Some people use it, we're not. We're gonna be original. Whipping cream in a carbonara is called heresy. Heresy. What is a heresy? Is a teaching that is contrary to the dogma, to the truth, and so we cannot use whipping cream. It's a culinary heresy. Same as cipolla, onions. We cannot use onions. You can, but you cannot call it carbonara. And so carbonara has to be strictly with guanciale, exception bacon, because originally it was bacon, cheese, and just Parmesan cheese, half and half, is an exception. That is a venial sin, is not a mortal sin, it's not a heresy. And then the eggs, of course. And for the eggs, we only use the yolk. For the how many eggs? 1 per person plus 1. So if I'm by myself, 1 plus 1, 2. If it's 2, 2 plus 1, 3. We are gonna make 300 grams of pasta, good for 3 people, so we use 4 eggs. I'm good in math, eh? So for the guanciale, we're gonna use about 150 grams with 300 grams of pasta. So we're gonna take the skin out. We keep the white, of course, because that is the fat that's gonna melt. But some of the skin, we can take it out. We're gonna still use this big piece. I'll show you later. Okay, so this is the one we're gonna use. This one and this one. We use this maybe just this big piece in the frying, and we recycle that. Okay, so now we're gonna cut it in maybe pieces like that. Not too thick, not too thin either. And then we do something like that. It's gonna cook on its own fat, because the fat will melt and will cook in its own fat. We're not adding anything. We're not supposed to add anything. I have a tendency to cheat, to add a little bit of oil or olive oil to, you know, facilitate, you know, the initiation. But I want to try to be as dogmatic as I can. So we take the egg, just the yolk. One each plus one. If a little bit of white goes in, it's not a problem. The reason why we don't put the white in, because we don't want a omelette or scrambled egg. So as the water starts to boil, we add some salt. Always salt in the water for the pasta. Then we're gonna put the guanciale right in. So remember this piece that we saved? We're gonna put it here, and we're gonna take it out after, because it's gonna help for the sauce. So as you said, I feel so strange not to use olive oil. So what I was saying before, the origin is the actual real story I read was that just before the end of the war, Rome was devastated, and so there was no supplies, no food, no nothing. So they had to rely on the supplies of the American forces. And what did they have? Bacon and powder, egg in powder. And so they made pasta with those ingredients. That's the real origin. But I like to believe that after that the Roman says, hey, American, come and have a pasta with guanciale, bacon, guanciale and eggs. As you can see, it starts to create its own oil or fat, and then now we can put the pasta in, 300 grams. Then now we do the eggs. We beat the eggs, and we add some black pepper. And then we added the cheese. As you can see, there is Parmesan cheese, 50-50, and pecorino. It has a bite, so we mild it down a little bit with so we're gonna put this much, and this goes on top of the pasta. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a little bit of boiling water from the pasta, and we're gonna add it, so it kind of cure the egg, and also it will melt the cheese, just like this. And then we can add more to make a nice cream. Now, once the spaghetti are ready or al dente, we drain them and we put it in here, we toss them, then we turn off the fire and we put the eggs in it. Spaghetti looks ready, almost al dente. Just see if there is a dot in the center. Nope. Yeah. 30 seconds. So what we're gonna do now, we're going to take this out, the big piece. It has done his job. And we're gonna throw it in the frying pan with knife. Turn it off. We turn off the fire now. Mix this nicely done. Okay. Now, one thing is very important is that carbonara is something that has to be eaten right away. So once it's cooked, we put it we mix everything together, but we can't wait too long. It can't stay on the table too long. It has to be eaten pretty much right away. Okay, now we just a little bit of water again, just to melt a little bit more the cream. Okay, now we're gonna go in. Put this inside the same bowl. That's it. Maybe more water, a little bit. This is making a nice cream. Wow. It smells delicious already. I want to have some here to clean a little bit the bowl. Let's get a plate. Some bacon. I call it bacon, sorry, I meant guanciale. Cheese and a touch of pepper. What can we say now? What I look at it? Oh, one question, and it's an existential question for this present moment. But this is good or not good? There's only one way to find out, and that is to taste. The experience of the taste. The experience of taste that is good. Mmm. 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 And the bacon. I keep calling bacon. Guanciale. Mmm. Crunchy. Oh. An apotheosis. Oh, fantastic. What can I say? You try it. It's not difficult. You just have to pay attention and don't make it dry too much. Otherwise you keep adding a little bit of water to make it more creamier. Life is good. God bless you. See you next time. just to show you that the more you add a little bit of water, you see the cream, you see the cream.